Sometimes we have toxic relationships in our lives, or more specifically, we have toxic friendships in our lives. The friendship in our lives that's emotionally and physically exhausting, that friend, it's very one-sided, and you find yourself wondering, why am I even compromising who I am because of this friendship? I'm Kyle Wilson with Midlife Pizza Slice. See if this sounds familiar to you. You decided to get together with one of your friends for the day, not because you really wanted to, but because they kept on reaching out to you, sending you texts, giving you phone calls, wanted to get together with you so they could go out and do something that they wanted to do, even though you told them several times you just wanted to hang out and chill. But you know what? You gave in because they made you feel bad, and so now you're going to do what they want to do. So you spend the day following them around, doing what they want to do, listening to them talk about the drama that's in their lives, and the opinions they have about what you're doing in your life. By the end of the day, you are physically, emotionally, energetically exhausted because you planned on spending the day really recharging your own battery, and instead, all you did was just give everything you got to that friend who doesn't really seem to give back to you, and now you're wiped out. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, that has happened to me too. Friendships in our middle life years and in our later years are really important. Not just any friendships, good friendships. There are lots of studies that have shown that having social connection is not only a key to happiness in our lives, it's also a key to longevity. And not just having social connection, but having true friendships, not toxic friendships in our lives. The studies have shown that people without friendships in their lives, without social connection, are twice as likely to die prematurely. It's actually the same health risk as smoking 20 cigarettes a day. Think about that. Over 30 days, that's 600 cigarettes. Having toxic relationships in our lives can come with a number of health risks. Things like increasing our levels of stress, or the chance that we might fall into a depression, or increasing just the level of anxiety that you deal with day to day, not to mention depressing your immune system and also increasing your chances of heart disease. And toxic relationships will take away from us something that we will never get back: time. And as we get older, time becomes one of our most valuable assets. The good news is that we can decide to let go of some of these toxic friendships that we may have in our lives. And if we decide not to let go of it and we want to stay in that relationship, well, hopefully we can show up a different way. Let's talk about some of the warning signs that may actually start to pop up. Some of those red flags to let you know that you're in a toxic friendship. There are usually some signs that your friend does not respect you and your boundaries, such as maybe they want to text with you so they can share some of their drama, with you late at night while you're trying to go to sleep, and you let them know you're trying to go to sleep, but they just want to keep on texting. Or perhaps they like to just come over to the house randomly, uninvited, without any text or call beforehand. Or your friend doesn't seem to have the capacity to really be happy for you for some of the good things that happen in your life. Let's say you start to date somebody who you really like, and they just have to drop that kind of joke or side comment that, well, hopefully this time it'll last. Or another sign is that they seem to like it when you do what they want to do, but as soon as you start to assert yourself and you have something that you want to do, they're not interested in doing it, or they get really bored and they start putting it down really fast. And next thing you know, you're in an argument. The friendship just seems like it's very one-sided. Ultimately, you know in your heart and your gut that this is a toxic relationship. It's not a true friendship. And instead of trying to get together with this person, you start to avoid them because you're not excited about getting together. You actually feel a lot of dread. So you've gotten to that point where you realize you have a toxic friendship that maybe you're just ready to let go of, or you really do want to try and just make some changes and see if you can save that relationship. The first thing to do is to just spend some time thinking about, why are you in the relationship? What are you getting from it? It may not be something that's necessarily healthy that's causing you to continue spending time there. When I think back, there was one friendship I had years ago, long time ago, that the only reason I really held on to the friendship and stayed into it and just put up with it was because I wanted the other person's approval. So think about your why for being in a toxic friendship that you may have in your life right now. After giving it some consideration, thinking about the type of relationship it is and whether or not you want to still hold on to that friendship, the next thing to do would be to go and talk with that person. Because if you just ghost them and you disappear, it's going to leave a lot of resentment, maybe not just for them, but for you, because you didn't really handle it maybe the best way that you could have. With that said, there are situations, relationships where the best thing may be to just simply walk away. And if you feel like you're in any kind of physical or emotional danger, then maybe seek out a professional, somebody who can help you through that process. For some people, the thought of actually confronting their friend and having that conversation may be absolutely paralyzing. As tough as it may be for some, just some quick advice from the legendary Zig Ziglar, and that is not to let fear, false evidence appearing real, don't let that run your life. Don't let that keep you from having an important conversation. If you feel for any reason that it's going to be a volatile conversation and you're really nervous about that, but you still want to move forward with it, then try to approach it with a very calm, even tone in your voice. Be as specific as possible about events that have happened and things that you want to address. And then last, also make sure that you don't accuse and wag a finger at the other person and suddenly you're getting into an argument. And if it does start to get a little volatile, if the temperatures do rise a little too much, then take a break, walk away. Either your friend is going to respect your feelings and want to meet you somewhere in the middle of things and show that they respect you and your boundaries, or they're going to get defensive and they're going to want to walk away from it. Just be prepared either way for yourself. Doing this is not necessarily easy, but you're going to feel better in the end. If the relationship is not meant to continue, then that friendship is not going to continue. You may feel a sense of loss and it may be a little difficult, but allow yourself to grieve through it and then go ahead and get out there, find yourself, some new friends, follow a few of your hobbies and passions. It will get better, I promise. And if you do, you need some help, then find some professional support that you can lean into to help you through this type of process, especially if you're really, really uncomfortable with ending a toxic friendship. You are special and your friendship is valuable to the right people. The people who are really interested in having a reciprocal, two-sided, enjoyable friendship with you. You just need to go and find them. Go out there and go find your tribe. Go find the people who appreciate you for who you are and want to spend some time with you. Some people who you can really develop some true friendships with. Hey, in Midlife, we're still looking for social connection. We're looking to connect with people who are going to appreciate us and who we are, what we have to offer. So get out there and go ahead and make some friends. Midlife Pizza Slice is bringing you videos each and every week on health, happiness, and personal finances in your midlife. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'd love to hear some of your advice on ending a toxic friendship. If you'd like to enjoy more videos, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Get yourself a slice. I'll see you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep living the good life in your midlife.